up, mix 2/3 of... Hi everyone. Today is, well, first of all, happy Thanksgiving to all of you. Today is Thanksgiving Day, and I'm gonna make pancakes for the first time. I think Rich, if I'm not mistaken, sent me this. And a lot of you chimed in the comments and recognized the brand, and everyone said it's awesome. The thing I love about it is all you got to do is add water. I don't think this is going to be for you, brother. All you got to do is add water. And when I mentioned that to Mom, she's like, yeah, it has powdered milk in it, which makes sense because, you know, I'm thinking pancakes, milk, but it's all contained in here. So we're going to make pancakes. We're going to try. I'm going to see how it works out. I want to thank all of you for all the birthday wishes. When I mentioned that in the video, I guess I didn't think of the repercussions of mentioning that it was my birthday. For me, it was just like a little segue into the video. But I've received so many messages, emails, comments with happy birthday wishes. So thank you all very much. That was unexpected. So I'll know in the future that when I mention it's my birthday that I'm going to hear from all of you. Thank you all for that. So for breakfast, dude, he got, I cooked a pot roast the other day. You know, big hunk of meat with potatoes, and about that much of it I saved for him. I sliced it all up. I let it get cold, and then I sliced it, and he's been getting pieces of that over the last couple of days. And so I don't feel bad that I'm going to sit down and have some pancakes, because he already had 3 or 4 pretty good chunks of roast this morning. What is it? I've never seen you use the bed like that. That's pretty awesome. Who's over there? Huh? Are you protecting us? Good boy. Good boy. There we go. Dude, I don't know why he's so excited. Okay, that's it. Well, it's a bag of powder. I don't know what I was expecting. So it says to make 6 or 7 4-inch pancakes, you use 1 cup of powder, 2/3 of a cup of milk. This is my only bowl. I hope it's big enough. Wow. Wait, one of you mentioned doing it in a baggie. So let's try that, because I don't think my bowl is big enough. So I'm going to do a cup of powder. That looks about right. And 2/3 of a, yeah, 2/3 of a cup of water. Whew! See that puff? Oh, cool. This is like Velcro. Wow. Good, because I don't need that spilling up in the cabinet. 2/3 of a cup of water. Okay. Okay. There we go. All right, let's see what happens here. Awful dry. Very doughy. Isn't it supposed to be more like you pour it out onto the frying pan? It seems very thick. Oh, and then I can just like cut the corner off and squeeze it into the frying pan, right? Oh, I'm doing this. Let me get the propane. It says to let stand for 2 minutes after you mix it. Lightly grease. Ah, geez. All I've got's butter. It's gonna have to do. I hope you're not screaming at me because I'm doing something wrong. It's like I can almost feel it. I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna cut the corner out of this. There we go. And that on there. Buttered. Yeah, I feel like it's too thick. Maybe I didn't put enough water. So I want to qualify that this is my first time. We'll get better at this. I know I will. It's always tough the first time of anything. It doesn't really look like pancakes. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'll let you know how they come out. Let me take you around for a little trip I took on my birthday on the gas, and you can see what it's looking like around here. All right, let's see if this is gonna work. Alright, so I'm still trying to get my camera setup worked out on this bike. So I'll fix the camera angle next time we go riding. It's dipped a little bit here. So in that area that I just went through there's a big group that has gathered for a Thanksgiving get-together. And, you know, they started out a few, and now there's probably 30 rigs set up. They've all come together. You know, today is Thanksgiving. Have a great day, everyone. Have a great Thanksgiving. What am I going to do today? Well, let me tell you what I did on my birthday just a couple days ago, 2 days ago. I cooked myself a legitimate, real, full-thickness ribeye steak and some French fries and rice and beans, and that was my meal for the day. And I watched football. So I went back and I've rewatched last season's Bills games. I've got this NFL Plus package. It's a streaming service that you can watch all the games once they're over. So you can't watch them live, which is fine for me because it's cheap. It's $79 a year, and you can watch all the games. And they also have them in a version, they call it condensed, where they clip out all of the chit-chat between plays. So basically, as soon as one play ends, the next play is starting. And they will show if there's a penalty, they'll show the penalty call. So what that boils down to is I can watch a full football game in like 35 to 40 minutes. The game is over. So I have that on my, little Android box that's hooked up to the TV, so I can watch Bills games, and they have previous seasons going way back, like into the 90s. They have the games available. So I watched football on my birthday. I'm going to watch some more football today. It's really, I don't know, something comforting about sitting and watching football. If you're a football person, you know what I'm talking about. Something just really calming about watching a game. And so that's what I did on my birthday, and that's what I'm going to do again today for Thanksgiving. So this was... this was on my birthday when I went for this ride right here. So I'm still getting used to this bike. That's the Gas EC300. It's a 2-stroke. It's fuel injected, and it's oil injected. So you don't have to pre-mix the gas. There's no carburetor. They call it TPI, tune port injection, but it's fuel injected basically. So there's no carburetor to mess around with. And so for a 2-stroke bike, it's electric start. For a 2-stroke bike, what I was expecting when I got this was, 2-strokes are always kind of violent power, you know what I mean, especially, like motocross 2-strokes, which I've had a bunch of over the years. When the power band comes on, they really hit hard. This bike is very linear power. Now, I haven't gone full throttle on this thing yet. I'm in the 5-hour break-in period, and I know I've had the bike for a while, but just because of my scheduling and stuff, I haven't been able to get on it a lot. So I've made myself a commitment that I'm going to be riding this thing 3 times a week is what I've committed to. I love riding the bike. It's just I have to fit it into my schedule, which, really stinks sometimes that I want to ride it, but I can't because of what else I got going on. But the bike, so far what I'm feeling is this bike is very, very powerful and very, very fast. It's not like a motocross 250 with 50 more cc's. This is a whole different kind of bike. It has very linear power, so it pulls really evenly from low RPM right up to the top. And again, I haven't been wide open throttle, not until I passed the 5-hour mark. But I had to, little basic things. I just cleaned and lubed the chain, set the idle speed correctly, changed over the readout from kilometers into miles. So little things, got the mirror mounted, got my phone holder mounted, and I'm working on getting my microphone set up so that I can chat with y'all while I'm riding and that you can hear it really well. But the bike is super smooth because of that power delivery. And not having to pre-mix gas and not having to fiddle around with the carburetor and jet changes for altitude, things like that, I appreciate that already. So I really got to get more used to the bike so that I feel comfortable on it. I'm making payments on this bike. I couldn't afford to pay for it outright, and so I have to take very good care of it and keep it in top condition so that when the day comes that it's time to pass it on to someone else, that it's in perfect condition. So I always have that in mind with my motorcycles, that I keep them in really nice condition because I don't want to pass it on to somebody else if it's beat up or not in good shape. So I'm really just still getting used to the thing and taking it out for these rides just to run it through heat cycles and to get the hour meter clicking on the thing. It is street legal, it's plated, insured, all of that. And of course, when I go to pull back into our area, this whole line of vehicles is pulling in front of me. But the thing that really gets me on this bike is I can, and you'll hear it here and see it, I can lug it down to a really low speed, and then when you just touch the throttle, it pulls. So very similar to a 4-stroke in that kind of power. So I really like that about it. I just got to get more used to it. And when I finally can rip that throttle wide open, this thing, I know it's going to be super powerful. I can feel it already, just in like the half throttle that I've been doing on it. So if you want a bike that's lower maintenance, I'm going to call it, the fuel injected, TPI injected auto mix is a real. These are great features that the Gas has. And the KTMs have it, and the Husqvarnas have it also. They're all owned by KTM. Actually, the title of this bike and the registration and all that, it's called a KTM Gas EC300. It's actually considered a KTM on the legal stuff, on the paperwork. So I just left Lefty outside the truck. He does fine. He was barking at somebody else when I pulled back up. And then, of course, he barked at me to welcome me back home.
Okay. Good boy. Good puppy. Okay. Okay. Shh. That's a good boy. Okay. All right. Okay. Shh. Excuse me? I thought you said that. Can I? You got your big toy? Oh, is that your big ball? Here, let me get undressed. Hold on. Okay.
Alright, I just got smart and I pulled out my big spatula scooper thing here and flattened them out, so they look a lot better now. They're not round. I'm gonna warn you. Before I show these to you, I want you to be prepared. They are not round traditional pancakes. I think I needed to put a little bit more water in the mixture. I haven't used this plate in years. My daughter gave me a couple of these years ago, and I just use paper plates all the time. But I'm out of the coated paper plates, you know, the fancy ones with the little blue around the edges. Have y'all looked at the price of paper plates lately? I couldn't believe it. I think it was a pack of 50 of the bigger ones with the blue on the edges was like $7. It was so much that I didn't buy any. I couldn't believe the price of paper plates. It's ridiculous. I'm done on that topic, but oh my gosh. Woo. Ooh, that's warm. Alright, I've got the syrup that Rich sent me, Mrs. Butterworth's. I've got some butter and a butter knife. We're getting close. Yeah, so this is what I ended up with. I'm eating them. I don't care. They're kind of heavy, actually. I think they're going to be fine. I'm just letting this other side cook up a little more, and then I'm going to plate them up and eat them. So don't laugh at me. Again, this is my first time. I'll get better at it. I guess maybe one at a time. They're so dang big. No butter. There we go. Let's see. Oh yeah. They're pancakes. Oh, they're good. Oh. Need a little more. Oh man. If I'm right, Rich sent these, thank you. They're pancakes. Well, I hope you enjoyed my makeshift pancakes. I don't know if I could really call them pancakes, but that's what I'm calling them. Thank you all for being here. Everybody take care, be safe. We'll see y'all again really soon.